All right, the latest breaking news that is coming in is this picture on your screens. This picture has in fact been put out by Elise Barthett, a journalist with The Guardian. It appears to show the two gunmen are pointing their weapons at a police car. This is the latest picture that has in fact been tweeted by Elise Barthett, a journalist with The Guardian, which appears to show that two gunmen are in fact pointing their weapons at the police car. Smita, the latest tweet that we're breaking for our viewers at this point in time is by a Guardian journalist, and it does appear to show that the two gunmen are pointing weapons at the police car. So that just, substantiates the theory that we've been talking about, that this was perhaps a carefully coordinated terror attack. They knew exactly where to go in the building premises. They had their escape route planned. They even changed vehicles. Smita, can you hear me? All right, we're just going to try and re-establish that phone line with Smita, but that is the latest image that we're getting to you. This is coming via Elise Barthett, a journalist with The Guardian, which appears to show that there are two gunmen on your screens. They're pointing their weapon at what appears to be a police car. More breaking news coming in at this point in time. An NIA dossier on Headley had mentioned a terror plot on the French magazine. The dossier had mentioned a plot of 26/11 and Lashkar attack on the French magazine, who had published derogatory cartoon of Prophet Muhammad. My colleague Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu is joining me with the latest. Kamaljeet, what more can you tell us?
Well, definitely Lashkar-e-Taiba had two terror plots. One was obviously about the 26/11, which had taken place in 2008 of November. But the other was obviously on the Danish newspaper, but they obviously were also against all publications who had published that particular Prophet Muhammad cartoon, which they thought was derogatory in manner. So in which Tahawur Rana was convicted by the US jury. And remember, he was not arrested for the charges on the 26/11, which couldn't be proved in the court of law. But definitely, as far as the Danish newspaper is concerned, information was available with NIA that there was a separate terror plot on questioning of Headley and Tahawur Rana that Lashkar-e-Taiba had in its mind to avenge. But obviously, with the passage of time, with the arrest of both David Coleman Headley as well as Tahawur Rana, there are more dangerous groups like the ISIS and the Al-Qaeda who've also been trying to avenge that particular attack.
Right. Also, Kamal, could you just put this in perspective? When exactly is the timing of this intelligence that you're talking about?
This was way back in 2011, and remember, that's when the NIA dossier had come in. There was obviously a subsequent questioning. US had given information to India. NIA officers had flown to United States. They questioned David Coleman Headley and Tahawur Rana. And remember, important information came in, and that is when the terror plot really unfolded, both regarding 26/11, which there was a detailed, not only just crucial information, but obviously majority of the evidence which came from the spot. But again, there was a terror plot regarding Danish newspaper, which had published that cartoon, and there was so much information coming in, and obviously that particular terror plot was foiled. There was also information that other publications which would have put that information out, the Lashkar-e-Taiba wanted to avenge it. But obviously, with that sort of information shared with intelligence agencies of other countries, including that of Europe, this was obviously kept in mind. The security of these particular newspaper and publication, including the French one, was enhanced. But particularly talking about those particular men who said they had avenged the attack for the cartoons published against Prophet Muhammad, clearly goes to show that it was terror groups who were behind this. Hollande calling it a terror attack in particular. But major groups like ISIS and Al-Qaeda, which have come out in the past few years very strongly, could also be behind this.
All right, thanks Kamal for joining us with that update. The latest news break we just like to give our viewers is that 9 journalists and 2 police officers have reportedly lost their lives in the Charlie Hebdo attack. A police spokesperson has in fact confirmed this to the local French media. We're slipping into a very short break. We'll be back with all the details on the other side. Stay with us.